Good morning, everyone. This is a new episode from our new TV show, Faith and Astrology. Last week, we have talked about astrology and the idioms in Islam. So we have a general idea about astrology. We have in our studio Mr. Ayhan Özcimbit. He talked about astrology and a lot of interesting things. Today we also have a new topic to talk about, which is very interesting. Let me welcome first with my guest. Welcome.
Thank you. I thank you very much for the kind invitation.
Thank you. Today we are going to talk about birth chart. And you have something here in the board. What is it?
Birth chart. This is.
Can you just give us a general idea about it?
I will explain. You know, in Quran there is a chapter called as horoscopes, Buruç.
Yes.
Suratul Buruç, you know. Buruç means horoscope in Arabic language. In fact, Buruç comes from European languages. Buruç means also city. For example, Luxembourg or you know, St. Petersburg. Berg is the Buruç also.
It came from Latin?
Yeah, and but the city means in old languages also castle.
Yes.
Castle, Burç. They were using these words as city and also horoscopes.
Yeah.
And our God, he is mentioning this in Quran. Also, he's giving a word on it, starting with horoscopes in Surat al-Buruç. And what we see here, 12 Buruç horoscopes. And this is the house of, in the zodiac, this is the house of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, this is Libra, this is Scorpio, this is Sagittarius, this is Capricorn, this is Aquarius, this is Pisces. Each house symbolizing one thing, because our world is in between the zodiac and around of us there are stars. For example, the first house. What is the meaning of the first house? The first house is our ascendant. After 30 years of age, it shows us our character mainly.
Yeah.
And the second house is Taurus house. It is giving idea about our economical situation. Are we good at business? We can understand from here with the planets. This is for Gemini, our communication. This is Cancer, our relation with our parents. This one is fifth house is Leo. It is our love life and also our kids, our relation with kids. Sixth house is our health situation, giving ideas about that. And the seventh house, our marriage. Eighth house is our understanding about other world and our faith. Ninth house is our learning capacity and the language capacity or educational side. The 10th one is our business and career about that, and also fame. Are we going to be famous? We can understand from it. Are we tend to have this skill? 11th house is our, this is Aquarius side, organizations, our friendship. We understand what
social
kind of social life, how we organize everything.
Yes.
And 12th house, our inside, which we never show outside, but we know what we have. Yes, inner side. And so when we look at the birth chart, for example,
everyone has a special thing.
Special, exactly.
So how it's important in our life?
Okay. For example, what is your birth date? When were you born?
Should I say it?
Yeah, why not?
It's 30 July.
30th.
30th of July.
Okay, 30th, right?
Yeah.
and
Oh my God.
13, 19,
19.
90,
89.
89.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that you were younger than this.
Yes, it seems more younger.
Okay.
It's amazing thing.
When we look here, then we understand you are Leo.
Yes.
And what is Leo and what reflects it? Normally
It's
your
fire.
house, it's fire. Normally your house is here, reflecting this area, fifth house. That is also, what about the praying time? It was, if you remember, we talked about praying time as well. This is the Leo praying time, is evening time, because this is night, this is daytime. Night and day.
Yes.
And this is morning hours, this is evening hours. This area, when we look here, this is morning, between, for example, 11, between 9 and 11. And 8 is afternoon, between 3 and 5, about. It depends on the country, it depends on the place, city. And what time were you born? About? Your mother said?
Morning.
Morning, praying time? Morning time.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you were born in the morning time.
Yes.
So your sun is going to be somewhere near here, 1 or 2. Let's say 2, right? If your sun is here, morning prayer is very important for you. So your Leo is here, right? And if you ask me what's the most important praying time for you, it is morning time, sabah, morning pray. And what day? Sunday. Sunday morning time.
Why Sunday?
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
Yes. Sunday is the day of Leo.
Wow.
Because ruler of the sun is Sunday. So ruler of Leo is sun, and it is reflected on Sunday, because names of the days are coming from planets.
Yes.
Moon day, in Turkish we say different.
Yes,
because in Turkish language some of them are coming from Persian language. Persian language. But normally moon day is Monday, Tuesday is Mars day, and Wednesday is Mercury day, and Jupiter day is Thursday, Friday is Venus day, and Saturday is Saturn day, and the Sunday is Sunday. And we see how planets are affecting our life. They are inside of our life. And then if your sun is here, that is very good point for being a businesswoman in the future. So I can tell you, for example, your Mercury is here in the second house, Mercury, okay? Mercury is here, this point. Then I will tell you, you can be very good business person, businesswoman. So I may recommend you to do this work. And let's imagine your moon is here in the fifth home, moon. So I can tell also, this is very good for art and the relations with the children. And that's very nice point for that. So you can ask me also, what is my life test? What is my real life test in my life, you can say, right? Yeah. Then I look at your map, birth chart. Then I can see here, for example, Saturn is here, and next to it, this is Pluto is next to it. Then I can tell you, Ms. Besma, your Saturn and Pluto are together in the fourth house. That means you must go other country. You must live abroad. You mustn't live where you were born. Because Saturn and Pluto, when they are in the fourth house, that is where you were born. Yeah. And what I can tell you, you mustn't live here where you were born. You must go other country.
Another place.
To understand well, I check your 9th house, because this is other country, abroad house as well, language learning or some other things. And I can see here your Jupiter is here. Jupiter is very nice about that. And Saturn and Pluto are reflecting your life test. Jupiter is reflecting your skills. So your language skill is good, I can tell. Also, you must leave other country. So where to live, I can see this area from the horoscope. Any in Europe or in Asia, that kind of place, which one is good for you, we can understand from this place.
So you say that it's very important to us to know this or to study this.
For example, let's say your Saturn and Pluto is not here. Your Saturn and Pluto is here, let's say, in this area. Okay. So what can I say? I can warn you. I will tell you if it is in the 6th house about health, about work. I can tell you, Ms. Esma, you work very well, very disciplined, but your workplace can be very unthankful to you. So I warn you about that. You understand me? Also about health as well. You must pay attention about health, I tell you. Then what time is it, what area it is, especially when the sun goes down, you know. When the sun goes down, this is the evening time, this area. So
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but isn't it predicting?
Sorry?
Is it predicting? You predict future?
No, I will tell you. This is like weather broadcast. People are looking at the weather broadcast. They tell you.
But it depends on.
They tell you according to clouds or air pressure. It may rain, but it doesn't tell you it is going to rain. It may rain is different. It is going to rain is different. Prediction is it is going to rain. This is fortune telling. This is not allowed by Islam. But you may say it may rain.
But it depends on study.
Yeah.
How do you know the position of this planets or things?
I can tell you. A long time ago, first Islam astrologers like Ibn Sina or Ali Kushchu or some others, they were defining birth charts according to this Usterlab. It's astrolabe in English language. Astrolabe. Astrolabe, there is a disc inside. For example, you were born in Cairo, right?
Yes.
They put Cairo inside of this, then they turn it according to the birth time. They define all the planets' positions. And according to those positions, they give you a report about that, about your skills, about the things you have to be careful much more. If they tell you in the weather broadcast tomorrow may be rainy, then you take your coat, right?
Yes.
Even if it doesn't rain.
Yes.
But it may rain. But we can't.
So I have to keep it in my mind.
Yeah, you have to keep in your mind. Because, for example, they may say it's very frosty, the roads can be very slippery, so be careful while driving, they can say. So while you are driving...
You say it's something I can't ignore.
You can ignore as well, but it depends on you, you know. If I listen to weather broadcast in the winter time, I can't ignore because it's important. It may snow, it may be icy.
Effect on my life.
Yeah, so we must be careful about that.
Yes.
We mustn't, how can I say, ignore about that, I believe.
What should we do? We have to read the newspaper every day about this, or what?
Yeah, I can tell you. If your broadcast shows this, about warning you about health, you can call Allah with 2 names. You know Allah, what He told on in Quran? He said, call me with my best names.
Yes.
His names are Asma al-Husna. Shafi means curer, and Hafiz means protector. When we call Allah with the curer and the protector name, exactly according to this time.
Yes.
In the evening time. Oh my Lord, I take refuge of your names, protecting God and also curing God. Every cure comes from you, and real protection is under your hands, we can say. Then
control.
we are going to take ourselves refuge of Allah.
Yes.
So astrology tells us exactly what time and what day should we call Allah with that name according to Asma al-Husna. For instance, you need some economical power these days, let's say, because your transit Saturn goes from your second house and affecting your money situation these days. What can you do about that? And if I were in your shoes, I was going to get up early in the morning for the morning prayer, and I'm going to call God as Samet. Samet, you know,
Yes.
Samet means he doesn't need anything, but everything needs him. So I call Samet, supplying God everything. So, and Kerim means the most generous God.
Yes.
And also Gani, the richest in the universe, because everything belongs to him. So knowing this and talking God and opening my hands, getting up early and going to my work and doing my job carefully, algorithmically, gradually, then after I'm beseeching and wishing something from the Lord, I must do something first. But if I don't protect my health, smoking every day, 10 cigarettes or 20 cigarettes each day, oh my Lord, please help me and protect my health. This doesn't work.
Yes.
This is not the prayer of Islam. We must try first, then after praying.
Do what you have to
Praying
do.
means you did everything and you want something from the Lord.
Yes.
And the astrology, Islamic astrology means just warning. And you do your best and you wish according to Asma al-Husna from the Lord. For instance, let's say the Saturn and also Pluto is here, right?
Yes.
8th house. What is 8th house? 8th house means death and also courts. You know, we can sue someone as well. And also our end of our life. So what is reflected as praying time here is Asr. Asr, it means afternoon praying time.
In the middle of the day.
Yeah, this is the house of Scorpio. That means I have terrible problem with forgiving people. Because I can't forgive people, and this can cause a spiritual sickness. You understand what I mean? And so what should I do about that? Then I can understand also the Satan game. How, because Satan talks to God, I'm going to approach them, Adam and Eve, from backside, from in front, and the right side and the left side.
Yes.
What is he going to tell us from the right side, from front or left side and the back side?
The difference.
Yeah, 4 ways. How does he know our weak side?
He knows.
So we're going to talk about the second part of the program about that. Just let me finish here. In the afternoon prayer, we must call Lord At-Tawwab, Al-Afuf, Ghaffar, Ghafur, Settar. These are all talking about covering things.
Yes.
God forgives us when we call with Afuf. Afuf is only forgiving, but that doesn't mean he's not going to show our guilts in the other world, not advertise us in the other world. Not to advertise us in the other world, we must call other names as well, like Ghaffar, Ghafur. Because Ghaffar, Ghafur in Arabic language, it is also covering.
Covering, yes.
Covering. There are two covers in English, in Arabic. It's kufr, kuffar,
yes.
kafir, and gaffar and gafur. Covering someone's mistake is gaffar, gafur. Covering reality is kuffar, kufur.
Yeah.
So this is haram,
yes.
but this is halal. If I don't tell your mistakes to other people, this is halal settar, halal gaffar, gafur meaning. But if I cover the reality,
yes.
that's terrible, that is kufr. So telling lies also is a kind of kufr. So this is breaking the morality as well. But we Muslims must look at the details very well at this point, because we don't like looking at the details. But in fact, those details are telling us a lot of things.
Yes, we can't ignore
and
it.
God in Quran tells us and warns us nearly 900 times. Why don't you think detailedly? Why you think less? And God says, I think it's Yunus 100th verse, the God reigns poverty and also, bad things when you don't use your brains.
Yes.
So we have to use our brain. This part is about left brain, tells La ilaha.
But I still have this question. Should we ask someone, or we just can figure it out by ourselves? How can we know these things?
We can, I will tell you, those days, long time ago, calculating from astrolabes, they were finding exact planets' locations.
Yes.
But today we don't need it. Why? Because there are a lot of astrology websites. And
it's trusted.
You can find. They are telling you exact the location of the planets, but everyone commented according to their astrology, Vedic astrology or Western astrology, Greek astrology, Chinese astrology. There are different kinds of astrologies. I have also astrological website, Islamic Astrology, Islami Astrology, Islam Astrology, sorry, in Turkish, islamastrology.com. It is under construction at the moment. It will be finished, inshallah.
It is not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. It's open at the moment. You can get information about that, even in English language. But it is going to be completed fully in 2 months, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And so everyone, if they want, they can get in Islam Astrology, and they can get the definition of their planets easily, according to Islamic understanding. We were talking about this 8th home, and what is the opposite of Leo? Is Aquarius.
Okay, we are going to talk about all of this, and we have also an interesting topic we are going to talk about is shaitan and how talk to us or approach us after a break. Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about an interesting topic about astrology and this birth chart. Now we are continue our point. You were talking about 8th point.
Yeah, an approach of the Satan as well. Okay, when Saturn or Pluto, these two planets are in the 8th house, that means also Satan is going to approach from the backward. Because 8th is Scorpio, south of Kaaba, is when we look at our shape, it's in the back. And when we think past too much, we miss today.
Yes.
And the 3 horoscopes, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, they think past very much. Mainly they are in the past. They remember everything just like
never
today.
Release the past,
exactly.
as we say.
And they don't want to forgive also. And the Scorpio is the extremist here. And that is why Scorpios
Never forget.
Must consider the name of Afuv, Tawwab, Ghaffar, Ghafur, and Settar. Normally, Scorpio reflects Jabbar and Qahhar. And any Scorpion mustn't mention these names more, because that is going to make him or her more Jabbar, more Qahhar, more Punisher. And this is going to harm himself. So he must take the balance with Tawwab and Afuv and Ghaffar, Ghafur, these names.
Yes.
If Saturn and Pluto here, for example, in the ninth house, that person must pay attention in abroad, other country. He mustn't or she mustn't go outside late at night, or any dangerous country mustn't go. These kind of warnings. This is only warning. If he or she follows this or not, it completely belongs to him. But what about Satan's approaching? From right side in front and the left side and the back side.
Talk about.
This is the topic.
Yes.
And Satan also told this to Allah, how he is going to approach him, Adam and Adam's sons. Human beings. In our program last time, we talked about Kaaba. In the north of Kaaba is generosity. Because when we are generous, we trust in God.
Yes.
And forgiving the past. As a Hajj pilgrimage, zakah, and saying La ilaha illallah and being modesty.
Yes.
And also being against the violence, supporting the poor people, right? This is like also the four caliphs, Ali, Abu Bakr, Umar and Osman. And this, of course, Satan is going to approach us not to be like this, not to be like them. How is he going to do this? He's coming from the right side. Come on, don't listen to him. You know everything. You don't need to listen to him. Come on, you're a big man.
You have wise.
You have everything. You know law. You were graduated from wonderful schools. You know everything. Come on. He's talking like this and stopping learning. Because we are the teachers, what we know. We are the students of what we don't know.
Yes.
And we must pay attention this one very well. And in front, he says, come on. For example, your sister comes and tells you, come on, give me some money, help me about this. And Satan comes, don't give money. Come on, there is economical crisis. How can you do this? Invest on American dollar, invest on euro. Don't give. Come on.
Cheating you.
There are bad days in front of you. Be greedy. Think yourself. Speaking like this, and that means you never share. And the left side is fire. Any ugly woman, for example, oh, she's very beautiful. Come on, go on, speak to her or something. Even if when you are married, trying to deceive you, or you're in the traffic and makes you very angry. Come on, get out and punch on his face. Come on, punch on him. Come on. He's saying something inside. And you get out of the car, maybe you're going to be beaten.
You find it logic.
Maybe you're going to be killed. Because you can meet any crazy man with the pistol.
It's like talking to yourself.
Yeah, so we must be careful about Satan talking. He's always inside and talking. Satan is other Ayhan, other Basma, other Mustafa, he's not anywhere else. He's with us. He's always watching us. And also coming from the backside, oh, those beautiful days never come again.
Yeah.
Those
Regrets.
beautiful days.
Regrets.
Then he makes you sad and hopeless. Why he try to do this? Because when we are greedy, we stop hoping and trusting in God. because God doesn't like greedy people. They don't trust in Lord. They don't trust in Lord. They trust in American dollar, euros, land, materialistic. And the capitalism try to make any person who doesn't believe in or trust in the Lord of the universe, trying to break your trust. Trust is the basis of faith.
Yes.
And hope is the basis of faith.
Yes.
In Islam, commit suicide is forbidden, right? Why?
Yes. You lose hope in God.
Yeah, exactly. Because any person who commits suicide, that means he lost his hope.
In God.
Yeah. If there is God, there is always hope.
Yes.
We mustn't suicide. We mustn't commit suicide, really. That's terrible, because that is finishing all the hope and trust.
And it has the high rate in European country.
Yeah, because there is no faith as well. They taste of life in different ways. They do everything, and after tasting life in the many ways, and the life is not enthusiastic anymore.
Yes.
Because not knowing share. If I share, what will happen? No faith, because no questioning. So we Muslims, this is on our shoulders. We must know about our religion. No one taught us the principles of trust and hope are the basis of faith, Iman.
Yes.
They told us, what are the principles of Iman? 6. Come on, tell us. I can count, okay, believe in God, angels or books or something. What about trust? What about hope? Where is hope?
Exactly, what does it mean?
We miss main things, really.
Yes.
Same as in our last program I said, Sırat-ı Müstakim.
Evet,
if you make
Şeriat.
Sırat-ı Müstakim in the other country a bridge, you forget your responsibilities in this world. You never try to make a civilization in this world. We can't be Medani, we are going to stay Badawi, uncivilized.
Yes.
And Islam, Quran, tried to make Muslims from Badawiyya to Madaniyya.
Modernization.
Yeah. So from the Tariq to the Surat, from Tariqat to the Surat, streets of Quran. We must pay attention to this very well. But we miss a lot of things because we don't read, we don't think. Yeah. We must start doing this, asking questions bravely and asking whys, what fors. These are very important questions to catch the point, really. And we talked also about stoning 7 times Satan.
Yes.
We must criticize ourselves first before we die, because there is Maliki Yawmiddin.
Yes.
And Maliki Yawmiddin in our praise always remind us of other worlds and the Hasib, Seriul Hisab, God. Because he's going to question it. I don't know really what we are going to say in our situation. I by myself really, I'm very anxious about that.
As you said, we know that, but we don't have this deep belief that we will stand one day in front of God and He'll ask us.
God likes this world, yatim, orphans. But orphan doesn't mean only someone who has no parents. Orphan in Islam means anyone who is helpless.
Yes.
This can be a businessman in the middle of nowhere, in the desert maybe, has no money, no water. He is also yatim. Any person in the bad situation, any person who had traffic accident,
or hopeless,
on the side
or
of hopeless, any person who is hopeless and thinking commit suicide. And Islam is the only religion who is following peace, not happiness. And you know, today Muslims, they talk about Saadat Abadiyya, they say, or Saadat Asr Saadat, they say. Asr Saadat is the period of Prophet Muhammad, but they define it with the happiness. Happiness, happy century.
Yes.
Happy. And also we say Saadet-i Ebediyye, for a never-ending happiness. We
It
talk
will
about
be
happiness.
in Jannat.
But in Islam is not offering happiness.
Yes, in
It's
life
offering
it's not,
peace.
Yes.
Peace is different, happiness is different. When we have money, we are happy. When we have a girlfriend or boyfriend, husband, wife, you know, and we are happy.
But when we have safe, we have peace.
I'm trying to explain the meaning of happy and also the meaning of peace.
Yeah, can you explain?
Huzur and mutluluk in Turkish.
In Turkish, yes.
And when we have money, we are happy. In fact, when we share, we have peace in heart.
Yes.
And also, when we say no to Satan, we have peace. When we say yes to Satan, we have happiness.
Wow, that's very good idea.
So Prophet Muhammad was not happy when he had stone. When he had stone here, he was very hungry.
But he felt peace.
Yeah, he felt peace in heart.
Yes.
And somebody said, "Oh Prophet, I'm very hungry. What can I do?" He has shown his own stone here.
Yes.
So when we give our money to the other people, this doesn't bring us happiness, but brings peace.
Just to give.
Yeah.
Not about just money.
Yeah, not only money, of course. Sometimes smile.
Yes.
Sometimes knowledge. If I speak English fluently, I must teach this any poor person. This is also sharing. This is also giving. This means to help other one helpless, to give a chance to other person with money or with English language. Maybe he or she is very clever boy. When you teach English or teach something, he's or she's going to do wonderful things in his life or her life. So maybe he's or she's going to start wonderful things in life. We know this from the world history. Yes. Nikola Tesla, for instance, he's gone from Serbia to America. He was helpless, and Edison told him lies, deceived him, telling him, giving $60,000 American dollars if he stops the problem of currents, because there was always problem with electricity communications. Yes. Cables were getting warm or something. He said, "Okay, I will do that." He solved the problem, and Edison gave nothing. I was very sad when I heard this. And Tesla could do a lot of things because he was a genius. If he had if he had really that $60,000, Tesla could do a lot of things, but he had no opportunity just because of breaking hopes of Edison. Some people say, "Oh, Edison is going to open the door of the heaven because of the inventing the light bulb." What about the Tesla situation?
Yes.
He deceived Tesla. He broke his hopes. That is the biggest sin, the breaking an orphan's hope.
Yes.
Because you drive him atheism. What I can say.
That's very interesting.
We must think really deeply.
Yes. You know what? When they told me we are going to talk about astrology, I just thought about horoscopes.
But this is
I
also
don't know
inside
how we came to Islamic rules and ethics.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Edison was Capricorn. And he was keen on money very much. Any Capricorn, when he has or she has morals, very good, because can give good zakah.
But if not?
Yeah, if he not, very dangerous, deceiving people for money. What about Cancer? Tesla was Cancer. Water. He invented a lot of things in his life. Yeah. Really. But how? With imagining, with dreaming. And he had clean heart, really, very nice, kind heart. Unfortunately, he was not rich. If Edison helped him, things would be very different for Tesla and maybe for the world.
Yeah.
Edison is like a man who invented the cure against AIDS or hepatitis C, like this, Ebola, but not telling this cure anyone else, because he has got medications making much more money. Because every day you produce medicines, but you don't give the cure. The world situation about health is just like Edison system
it's the same
at the moment.
Yes.
So comparing Islam is sharing things with the other people. Doesn't matter who he is or she is, or Christian, Muslim, or some other nationals. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
This is very good for social improvement. But what happens today, and there is terrorism also in some countries. What is the reason for some Muslims are doing this kind of bombings or
give
this kind of things?
That idea or wrong idea.
Exactly. You know what they tell? Oh, if you bomb them, if you kill them, you're going to get 70,000 beautiful ladies in the heaven. And he changed his mind. He's dreaming 70,000 beautiful girls, and he's making hell for the others and the heaven for himself. What a selfish idea is this?
Yes.
For his own heaven, he makes other people's hell. Turning this.
Yes.
This is what sort of Islam? This is not the Islamic Quran.
Or any other religion.
This is Badawi Islamic understanding. In uncivilized. We must turn to the Medani, Sirat. So we are not going to the bridge. We are going on the street, main street.
So going back to our chart. You said to me that you have a little girl. You
little what?
Your little girl. Ru'ya.
Yeah. Daughter.
You have an you have something about this birth child.
Our daughter, our
can you tell us
daughter
about
was born according to defined birth time, and because my wife was going to give a birth around in between 13th of April and 20th of April. And we had a chance to define the date exactly. And we told the doctor exact time after calculating the best.
You calculated?
Yeah, I calculated, and I calculated it, and I defined time according to birth chart, and the doctor took the baby according to that time. And thank God, of course, he gave this chance. Maybe the God is going to bring the baby earlier also, but the doctor helped us about exact time and day, and she's really exactly what became a person, exactly what we wanted. She's lively and clever and energetic, full of life. Inshallah, God makes him smile all his life.
As we say Turkish, Allah korusun.
Yeah, may God protect.
It was very nice to talk about all of this today. Inshallah, next week we have another topic, another interesting topic.
Inshallah.
Thank you for being with us today.
I thank you for your kind invitation.
Thank you. It's the end of the episode. See you next week, inshallah, at the same time, Sunday, 9 a.m. Bye-bye.